welcome to another vlog. We are headed to Shenandoah National Park, currently getting gas. So we have about a 6.5 hour drive, and so today is mostly going to be a travel day, but we are planning to do a couple hikes when we get there and of course set up camp. So I'll definitely update you along the way as we get closer to the park and when we get there. Tomorrow will be a full day in the park, which I'm really excited about, and really excited. This is like our spring break trip, like I said in my pack and prep video, and this is our 17th national park together, Patrick and I, so we are also even more excited. So hope you enjoy it, and we'll see what we get into. So on our first day in the park, we spent some time driving along the Skyline Drive and stopping at overlooks. There are several overlooks in the park, and they are all labeled super well and very easy to pull off. Then we headed to the visitor center. I would recommend this for any national park, but we love going and checking it out, getting some souvenirs. Shenandoah's visitor center was super neat because it was almost like a mini museum. It gave a lot of history about the park and its development over the years. Then we went next door to the Wayside Camp store to just check that out. We looked at some other souvenirs before heading to our campground. Got the lights up. It's coming together. Pat is just extra securing her tent because it's extremely windy right now.
Hi.
Patrick's setting up tent.
I'm Pat. How are you?
That's the one and only.
Good to meet
you. Love of my life. Okay, but this is our tent. It doesn't look as cute anymore because we have the rain cover on. And then I added some string lights, which hopefully we'll be able to see later. This might have been a dumb idea to add string lights because it's so windy, but I guess we'll see how that goes. Also, shout out to Patrick for being okay with me making the tent girly with floral sheets. And
I'm not okay, but
you are okay.
I'm always gonna lose that battle.
Well, I mean,
You know that phrase, happy wife, happy life? We're not married yet, but it's the same thing.
okay, I hope you'll be able to hear me. Hang on. It's so windy here and also freezing. Just wanted to give an update that we are at our campground. We are staying at Big Meadows Campground here in Shenandoah National Park. We just finished setting up camp. It took about an hour and a half or so to set up the tent, get that all situated, and we put up some lights. And now we are going to get a fire going and start our dinner. So it should be a nice chill evening here. We didn't actually get to do any hikes today when we entered the park, mostly because the drive here took a little bit longer than we expected. There was just a lot of stops. And so when we did get here, we spent a lot of time going and stopping at the overlooks along the Skyline Drive, which was super neat. And then we went into the visitor center. So by the time all of that was done, we just decided to have a chill night here at camp and get it all situated. That is the update. We are gonna head over to the camp store before dinner to grab some extra equipment for the fire. But yeah, we need some extra supply for the fire because the pit is wet because it was raining earlier today, so.
Hi.
Pat is here. Anywho, that's our little update for tonight, and we're gonna go enjoy some good dinner. Okay, we are going to eat in the car because I am so cold from the wind. I have this on, this layer, my crew neck, and this jacket, and it's still freezing. So hopefully tonight won't be this cold. We're going with Kuju dark roast today. These super easy little pour over kits make it so much faster when you're camping. The only downside about the Kuju pour overs is sometimes these fall, so you have to balance it right so that your grinds don't get in the cup, because that's happened to us far too many times. But we use Pat's jet boil to boil water really fast, which is also a lifesaver when camping. Morning. It is Saturday morning. We had a great first night here. It was just extremely windy, which was making it so cold, but thankfully we had enough layers in the tent, and Patrick secured the tent enough where even though we could hear the wind at night, it wasn't making us colder. But I will say, like, I was really expecting the weather here to be a lot nicer. Just when I looked up the weather before we came out here, it seemed like it was going to be sunny and close to the 70s, but it is currently like 40 degrees and super windy. So the outfits I had planned probably aren't gonna end up going that way just because I needed to layer up. So I actually ended up wearing these cargo pants, but my leggings are underneath here. That's just how cold I am. And I have like my crew neck under this, and I'm gonna wear a jacket over this. So trying to stay positive. It's still fun. But Patrick's in the bathroom right now at the visitor center. We just headed back over here before heading out so we could use the Wi-Fi to look up the hikes we wanted to do. So we are going to tackle Stony and Hawksbill Mountain trails, which are fairly short, but they look like they have really nice views. So that is our plan for this morning. It's about 9:30 right now, and then We might hit up another trail in the afternoon. Patrick is also interested in fishing, so we were looking up some creeks that he could fish in. So it just seems like we're gonna be out and about all day today, and I'm really hoping it gets sunny and it warms up a little bit. I did look up at the weather though when we had Wi-Fi at the visitor center, and it looks like the wind is gonna die down later this afternoon, so hopefully that is accurate. That is the plan for today. I will definitely keep you updated as the day goes along, and hopefully we get into some fun things today. Here's our little fit checks. The first hike we decided to do in Shenandoah National Park was the little Stony Man Trail. It's about 1.5 miles long and it wasn't too difficult. There are 2 viewing points that you can go to. Along the trail you'll see a sign for a smaller viewpoint, and then if you keep going, you go uphill a little bit and tackle a few switchbacks before getting to the main view up here. It was a super easy and stunning trail that gives you an incredible view of the Shenandoah mountain range. I would definitely recommend getting to this trail early if you can, if you plan to hike this as well. The parking lot was super small and not a lot of room to park in other areas because it's along the Skyline Drive. Okay, so we're back in the car. We finished up the Stony Man Trail. It was actually really cool and gave us a great view. It was just so windy up there and my hair got completely messed up, so we're fixing that. Also, definitely warmed up because I took off my shirt I had under this, so now I'm gonna wear this with the green leggings. We're gonna head over to one of the overlooks and take some pictures, which I'll insert if they turn out nice. And then we're gonna go and try the Hawksbill Trail. So I feel like that will be a nice trail as well. It's a little bit longer, so hopefully it's not too strenuous. But at least we're warming up. I think that's the good news of today. We headed over to the Hawksbill Mountain Trail for our second hike of the day. This was about 2.7 miles round trip. It was pretty strenuous at times, not gonna lie. We were struggling for a bit. It was very uphill for a large part of the hike, but once you get to the top, the views are definitely worth it. I will say, maybe it was just because the wind was stronger during our stay, or maybe this is how it always is in the mountains here, but it was so powerful when we were at the top. It was almost unbearable at times because it felt like we were gonna get pushed over by the wind, so just keep that in mind. And then afterwards, we decided to stop by the Bear Fence hike. This was the last hike on our list that we wanted to tackle, but there wasn't enough parking, so we weren't able to do this unfortunately, but this would definitely be on my list for next time. We decided to just go back to camp to take some showers before relaxing for the rest of the night. We're back at camp. We're gonna make our freeze-dried meals. I'm having this vegetarian lasagna. Pat is having beef pasta marinara, his favorite.
The absolute best.
But we saved these for our last night here just to make it easier. We knew we'd be tired. Just finished showering, so we're gonna get a little fire going and just hang out for tonight. We are back at camp. We just showered and Patrick's building a fire. We're making some dinner. We were pretty exhausted from the hikes we ended up doing, so we really wanted to have just a relaxing evening at camp. We also have some camp beers here, which is neat. Patrick got us these beers at the camp store and they say Shenandoah on it. I think we're just gonna have a night at camp and make the most out of our last night here. We're gonna probably do a couple things in the morning possibly before heading back home, but that is the plan as of tonight. So cheers. Okay, I realized I never formally ended this vlog, but we are now home. We have showered, unpacked a little bit, which is truly the best feeling after any trip. We had a lot of fun in Shenandoah, just exploring and taking in all the scenes. I would love to visit again someday in the future, possibly in the summer or fall, just because I think that would give even more stunning views with color and bloom. Being early spring, there wasn't much color, which we expected, but I do think it would just make the park even more stunning to visit it during that time of year. So this trip just ended up being a nice little weekend away, a nice camping trip away, which we love. We just really like spending any time together, but especially when we are in nature and truly unplugged. Even though we were filming, I mean unplugged in the sense that we had no Wi-Fi, we had no service, so it was really just the two of us, which was so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to stay tuned for more lifestyle and travel vlogs in the future. Bye!